You may well remember that in the dim and distant past, shortly before lockdown, we mentioned a couple of things at the church AGM. The first that we'd be having a gift day to pay for the church roof repairs. And the second one was that the church was still running at a deficit and that our reserves were steadily decreasing. Since then, it's been a case of the good news and the bad news. The good news is that the roof has been repaired, and it cost rather less than originally expected at something over £4,000. The bad news is, of course, COVID-19. Our church income has decreased significantly, partly due to the loss of weekly offerings, but more from the loss of income from letting out the building. Of course, our outgoings have been reduced. We haven't had to pay for heating, lighting, water. We haven't had to pay for materials for children's clubs. And of course, we haven't had to pay for coffee and chocolate for the congregation Sunday by Sunday. But those are relatively small things compared with the reductions in our income. So the lockdown has continued to cut our financial reserves down to a worryingly low level. And we've therefore agreed to extend the gift day and hold it both for the roof and against the effect of the lockdown. So miserable as it is for the church to always be asking for money, we'd ask you to prayerfully ask whether the Lord wants to give a gift at this time. Yet we're very aware that for some of us, lockdown has had impacts on job and on finance. So please don't feel guilty if you can't materially respond to this request, but do continue to pray that the Lord will release the finances for his church. On a very practical level, gifts to the church can be by electronic transfer, or if it makes it easier for you, we've set up a PayPal facility that will transfer money again to the church account, which can be accessed through the website for donations. If these don't work for you, as you're not electronically minded, at the moment, please don't put cheques or cash into the church letterbox because the building's obviously not in regular use. It would be great if you could drop them through John's letterbox, or if you'd like me to pick them up from you, I'm sure it can be done at a socially acceptable distance. But above all, we must always remember that our God is a generous God of limitless resources, and we're sure that he hasn't finished with EBC yet. Yet sometimes those resources do start at home. So please do pray about how to respond, and for Jonathan and the diaconate as we navigate this difficult time. Thank you very much.